Hey guys, thanks for joining this week's episode. So, last week I made the otak and that's the reason why I'm making it. Because remember, I said before that otak can be eaten as a snack, as part of a main meal, and also with laksa. So that was a big hint. So I am going to make laksa, and I'm really looking forward to this dish actually, because this is a different kind of laksa. Because normally when we tend to eat laksa, it's usually the curry-based laksa, and they use prawn broth. But this is my family's version, and we usually use mackerel fish. So it's quite different. So the texture itself, when it comes out, it is a bit grainy, but trust me, it works. So let me tell you a bit of a story. So laksa itself is believed to be a Chinese origin. So when the Chinese came over to Southeast Asia, they traded and fell in love with the local women, and they married the local women, and they introduced a soup. So the women were the ones that spent time in the kitchen cooking dishes for the family, and when they were introduced that soup, they thought it was nice but kind of lacked some oomph. So what they did was they add some herbs, some spices, and of course some chillies. So that's how it came about. So the word laksa itself is thought to be a Hindu or Sanskrit origin, and it means 100,000. So this is a one-pot dish, and it has many ingredients inside it. And there are three variations to laksa. You have the curry laksa, which most of us know in the Western countries. And then you have the fish or Assam laksa, which uses tamarind sauce. And you have the Siamese laksa, which can be found in Thailand and also in Penang Island. So laksa can be found in Thailand, Malaysia, Singapore, and Indonesia. And this is a dish that's perfect for the cool weather or when it's raining. And even though it's spring over here, it's still kind of cool in a way, so I thought this would be perfect. And also, I have, remember I brought over my laksa leaves over to this part of the world, the Vietnamese mint. I'm going to finally get to use it for the first time making the laksa. So I'm really looking forward to it. So let's get started with the ingredients. The ingredients we're going to use are basically the same basic spice recipe that I introduced. So just for the benefit for those who haven't watched the other previous episodes before, here is what you need. You will need some chilies, some dried chilies instead of bird's eye chilies. This time I'm using shallots instead of onions. Some galangal, but do not worry, if you don't have galangal in your part of the world, you can always use ginger. Some garlic, some lemongrass, and don't forget to take out the outer layers, and some turmeric powder. So those are the ingredients for the basic Malay spice paste. Now for the second part, these are the ingredients you will need for this one bowl wonder. The key ingredients for this is of course the fish, and I am going to use the mackerel fish because mackerel fish is the creamiest. So don't forget to cook them until they soften, and then take out the skin. Next you will need to take out the meat and then grind them until it becomes a very fine paste. So you're going to have some leftover fish stock, so do not throw it away because you can always use it for the laksa broth. The next ingredients you will need are some coconut cream, some coconut milk, you will need some prawns, some tofu. You may use regular tofu, or I'm using fish tofu for this dish, some bean sprouts, sliced cucumbers, and I'm going to add some otak that I made in the previous episode. And some laksa leaves or Vietnamese mint leaves. But don't worry, this is optional. If you cannot find it in your part of the world, do not worry about it. I'm adding it only because I have it in my balcony. And this will add and bring another dimension to this dish. So guys, I'm so much looking forward to having this. It's going to bring back all those home memories. So without further ado, let's get started. guys, this is my take on my laksa. The smell itself is bringing me back home, and the otak that I made last week will go really well with this dish. So guys, thanks very much for watching this week's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe and the bell. It's me say goodbye. I'll see you guys again soon. Take care. Ciao, ciao.